Any advice on how to maintain your mental health in such concerning times?
Go outside, eat good food.
Yeah,
Be good to the ones you love.
That's a big part of it. It's not. It might be sufficient. That would be great. But follow all of those things to sort of their natural conclusions, and also generalize from them.
Yeah, I'll go one step further.
Great.
You absolutely, positively, 100% need at least one person that you can be completely open with about your fears, your hopes, your expectations, your understanding. You need that person. It's not optional. And the problem is we have lived through a long period of time in which it was more or less optional. You were better off with it, but things weren't of a nature that it was required to even keep your sanity 1 week to the next. But it has become necessary. And so what I would say is, we have sold people.
Hard to create, though, if you don't have it.
Right. But the point is, where it fits in your priority scheme of what matters is top level. And I would just say, we have been sold a bill of goods on multiple fronts that leads us to believe that life is about pleasure, and therefore you should do that which increases your pleasure, rather than understanding that pleasure is a means to an end. It is supposed to direct you towards things that are good. It has now been hijacked to direct you towards things that are bad. That doesn't mean that every bit of pleasure is that way, but it means an awful lot of what you can source in the market that provides you pleasure is actually a transfer of well-being from you to whoever is selling the goddamn thing. So the point is, your relationship, right, your primary relationship and your other relationships are a key to your functionality, to your ability to even think straight in this stupid era. So the point is, do they frustrate you? Sure, right? But do they make you stronger and healthier and clearer of mind and better able to steer out of the way of danger? Absolutely. And if they please you, that's great. And if they don't please you, figure out how to make them please you in some way. But the point is, it's a functional interaction with the universe. It's not, pleasure is supposed to be the indicator that it's working, not the reason for the interaction. And I just think the difference between people who have somebody else that they can talk to openly and those who are isolated is all the difference in the world in this kind of crisis. And that's the universe's way of telling us how important this stuff is.
That's wonderful. And I do think that maybe the penultimate point you made is crucial. So I'll just repeat it so that it doesn't get buried. The idea that the pleasure you get from such an interaction is not the goal. It is the indicator that the thing that is presumably the goal is functioning. And we make this mistake. We conflate those two things in all domains.
We do. And in fact, very frequently, you'll find a pair of things that have some relationship. Some people will think they are synonyms, but they are not. So, for example, happiness is a fool's errand.
Hey, Zach. Thank you.
Happiness is a fool's errand, right? If you pursue happiness, you will very often pay a very high price to get it that is not justified by what you get. If you pursue satisfaction, right, you end up happy some fraction of the time, but the nature of happiness is so thin that it should not take over your priority scheme. And recognizing these distinctions will do a lot to get you to sort out your life. And it will not make you happier, but it will make you more satisfied, almost certainly.